John Sloan speaking to Cage Warriors middleweight champions James Webb ahead of his rematch with Frederick at Cage Warriors 111 in London in 2 weeks' time. James, I want to start by taking you back to Cage Warriors 106. Now, this morning I watched your post-fight media scrum and you seemed, there was a general sense of hopelessness in your voice. You seemed frustrated, disheartened. Can you take me back to that night and the emotions that it provoked for you?
It's a night that I want to forget almost. Emotions obviously run high. You think and say things you almost don't mean at the time. But that disappointment and that frustration is something that's really motivated me throughout the camp again, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel that way. There was a lot of things I needed to work on. And I have, and there was little things in that fight which were done from on my part. My decision making was very poor, so I was disappointed a lot in on my performance, yes, but also like the things I couldn't control. I was a little bit disappointed as well, which again I couldn't control them. So yeah, fuck it,
Did that affect your motivation at all? The fact that you were down on the scorecards again almost. I know the fight was a draw, but you mentioned about how in the Thomas Robertson fight you were down on the scorecards until you got the finish in that bout too.
Yeah.
Does that affect your motivation at all? Coming into a fight you think, what am I going to have to do to actually get the win here? I mean, it could encourage rash decision making to go for the finish because you think, I don't want to leave it in the hands of the decision of the judges again.
I've never been known to leave it in the judges' hand. I'm still always looking for the finish. Like, I'm going to be looking for a finish. I will get the finish. I'm looking for the finish constantly, and I think I sort of understand how the judges have scored it, but it just doesn't really it still doesn't make a lot of sense. I understand, I do understand what they're looking for, but you can't base someone else doing well from me dictating a fight. You can't be. I don't think if you're getting taken down and throwing shots off your back, I don't think you wanted to be there to throw shots. You want to be on your feet. You want to be on top of me. So I feel like I did impose my will a lot in that fight. But it is what it is. It's over. It's done. Fuck it. We'll scrap that and we'll go again. I'm happy with that. It's just nice. I just want to know what I've got to almost do. That's what we come back. I was like, what do I do to win? And how do I win a fight? You had me losing the Robertson fight as well. I'm like, was I losing that? I don't understand, So
I know Frederick, I know he's someone that you definitely didn't underestimate him. Coming from the camp that he does, training with the calibre of fighters that he does, you can't underestimate him. But what aspects of his game did you feel you underestimated going into that first fight? I mean, was there anything that particularly surprised you in that bout?
No, I never underestimated him at all. That'd be the wrong way to say it. I didn't underestimate him. I was surprised at how well he could. He was good, He was a good opponent. I was just very surprised how he could, how he lasted with me, how he kept up with me. Surprised me. Thought I'd outgrind him. And his defense for me, he was solid. He was good at defending. He was explosive on his escapes, and I didn't underestimate him at all. I trained my bollocks off for that fight. You have to. If you go in any other way, you're going to get found out. So. No, I didn't underestimate him, but yeah, there was a few things that surprised me, So.
Yeah, I mean, I've been interviewing you now for almost 2 years, and throughout the come up, you've always been talking about being a world champion. It seems that was all you had your kind of sights set on. How does that kind of compare to how it was in your expectations before? I mean, are you as motivated as ever? I mean, have you had to set a new goal, considering this one was the goal for so long?
Obviously, coming into the sport, your aim is the top level, the UFC, that's where I want to be. But being a Cage Warriors World Champion was more attainable to me at the time. Now I've hit that, and now I'm looking for bigger goals. That's what I'm looking for now. I'm looking to get to the UFC. I'm looking to make a mark on the world now. I feel like I've done that in Europe. I feel like I am one of the best middleweights in Europe, and now it'd be nice to put that out there and showcase that to the world.
Your teammate Ian Gary, he kind of sparked some controversy in his words about Bellator. He kind of said it was going to be a short career for anyone that signed for them, and it was equivalent of someone signing for Barnsley instead of Man United. I'm assuming that's something you agree with. I mean,
the way I agree with what he says. Yeah, I think how it come across, I don't think he meant it. He wasn't
disrespectful.
He wasn't disrespecting anybody. He's just setting out his standard. He's saying that if you want to play football, you want to play in the top league. Paul Scholes didn't want to play for Man U. He wanted to play for Oldham, I believe. That was what he wanted to do. But obviously he wanted to play in the best leagues in the world, and I think that's what he's saying. He wants to be and compete in the best leagues in the world. And the UFC is a step above Bellator, and I think he could cut his career short now, and I think a lot of guys could, especially in the Cage Warriors level. They could go and sign to Bellator, and they could potentially earn their money, but they want to put their stamp on the world. They want to put their stamp on MMA, and they want to get to the top level. So you have to respect them for that. And I respect the guys that go to Bellator and make money. You know, like you're on your own different goals, and you're on your own different path in life. So whatever, you know, I don't really comment too much on that. I don't really care what others are doing. You know, like for me, I want to hit the UFC. That's it.
Assuming this fight goes the way you expected, James Webb gets a finish, probably an emphatic finish at that. Is this your last fight in Cage Warriors, you think?
Wow, depends if they let me go. I've got one more on the contract left, so we'll see. It'd be nice to, you know, like I know they come to London, the UFC, you're in London early in the year, and I think I bring a big crowd. I'm local to the area. I'll be 7-1, so why not? Eh?
Yeah, and finally, you know, a wee bit of swelling and bruising on that right eye. Has it been a tough camp? How's preparation been for this one overall?
It's been hell, you know. I've been putting myself through the meat grinder, as they call it. You know, I'd always pride myself on being the hardest worker in the gym, and I feel like I've lived up to that again. I left no stone unturned, you know. I've fucking worked my ass off. I've done more sessions than I should have done. I've overtrained at every occasion. I've sparred with some of the best guys, I believe. I've been and kickboxed in one of the best gyms in the world. I come from a very good grappling background from ZR back home, and also with Team KF in Dublin. I think Tom King is probably the best jiu-jitsu guy in Ireland, so definitely. Everything's been fucking solid, so can't wait to go.
And last question, can't let you go without getting a prediction, James. How's this one going to go down?
I'll be finished before 2 rounds.
Before 2 rounds?
Yeah.
Full statement. Thanks so much for your time, James. I really appreciate it.
Cheers, man.